I'm so sorry, folks. I forgot to turn my microphone on. I did that in warm-ups, too. So let's say everything I just did again. Hello, and thank you for joining me for a late-night edition of Millersville Ice Hockey, as our boys head south of the Mason-Dixon and look to avenge a loss to these Terrapins at home last night. We're in the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland. They like to call it Hell in a Shell, but I know we'll be up to the task. What exactly do we need to do to win? I'm so glad you asked, Garrick. The keys to victory: create that chaos at center ice. It's one of the biggest strengths of this Millersville squad is being able to kill offensive opportunities before they even begin with their rock-solid neutral ice defense. It also allows them to create quick mismatched breakaways, lean on that fearsome forecheck. If they keep constantly marauding the opposition with explosive, sustained pressure like this team is known for, most squads simply will not be able to keep up with the Marauders in the physicality and speed department. Lastly, you got to play hard, but you got to play smart too. It's no secret that Millersville likes to play hard and make life difficult for the opposition, but with that comes some untimely penalties, and that's ultimately what sank the ship last night and gave Maryland the 2-1 win, thanks to a couple of unlucky bounces that got past Bell as well. If you need any extra motivation to stay up for this whole one, this is a grudge match so far. Maryland came in, got the win at LIR. Most teams can't, and Coach Schroeder stressed to this team that we're going to go to war tonight. We're not going to let them push us around, and we're going to come into their barn and take the win. So stick around, and we got Puck Drop coming up soon. Folks, you are as ready as I am to get this one underway. Teams are heading to the bench to get those last little bit of words of encouragement from the coaches, And we are about ready to kick off here in Laurel, Maryland. Now, there is a unique challenge that comes to this rink that I didn't know before. I don't think you can see it on the stream, but right in front of me, the panes of glass that you can see on the ice are fogged up. It's not fogged up glass like that fancy stuff. It's fogged up by the breath in here because it's so cold. You can literally see your breath. So if there's a play in front of me, we may not be able to see the numbers quite as well, so just bear with me here. And I love sweaters just as much as anyone. I have a great collection of hockey sweaters in my room at college, and I'm loving Maryland's today. It may just look like a regular black jersey, but the sleeves are actually inspired by the state flag. It seems like everything is here. And we are just about ready to go here at the Gardens Ice House. The Marauders are ready. The Terrapins are ready. Is the Zebra ready? Let's see. We're ready getting to go here. The tension is palpable to begin this one. We're going to get a little bit. Puck drop there. Won by the Marauders. Quickly picked up by number 55, Ben Bell. Bell kicks out to his partner and works it to number 29, Walter O'Connell in the middle. O'Connell dispossessed quickly and heads behind the net of starting goaltender for tonight for the Miller and Terrapins. Number 30, the senior Patrick Adams. Millersville picks it up again. O'Connell dumps it behind the end boards. Centering pass broken up by the Terrapins. They can't quite get it out of the zone. Dumps around the end boards. Picked up by Bell. Bell's shot in between. No. Can't quite find the goalie. 3-on-2 rather, breakaway for the Terrapins here. As they're bumped off the puck and quickly repossess it here. And we had a whistle. Didn't quite see what the whistle was for. I'm guessing offside. We're going to get another face-off here. Another great strength of this Marauders team is their face-off capability. We saw that in the game against Kutztown. They were winning pretty much every single face-off. And if you can get possession immediately, that's a big determination if you're going to win the game or not. Millersville wins another draw as it's kicked out to Jake Petticone. Petticone moves up the ice, tries to find his man, number 16, in Carey. Gets past Carey. Carey dumps it around again, chases it back in the ice, and picked up by the Marauders again. That is number 17, Thor Martin. Martin, who is all over the place in the ice sometimes, has the puck again. You're expecting to hear that name quite a lot tonight. Martin works it down at the end boards. Can't quite see behind the glass there. As Maryland has it, that's number 23, Tommy Pilkington, a great name right there. Works it out to number 25, Blake Warner. Warner loses it, kicks it out, and as Jersey and Black's got it. Maryland looking for an opening here. Pilkington moves it around, trying to crack that Marauders defense. Centering pass broken up by number 77, Wes Copcho. He was the lone goal scorer for the Marauders yesterday, looking to build on that offensive explosion last night. As Maryland has it again. Maryland looking for the opening shot in the game for them. Moving out, can't quite get it though. As Petticone has it. Petticone kicks it out to Zerko. Zerko can't get the puck on his stick, and he kicks it back to Thor Martin. Again, expect to hear that name quite a lot. He seems to be everywhere on the ice. Even if he's not on his shift, he's still going to get the puck out there. Marauders chasing it down. No one can get it. Maryland gains the blue line, but is broken up in the middle. Again, that mid-ice defense the Marauders are so well known for. If you even get the possession of the zone, I think it's broken up really quickly by a couple of Marauders being right on you. Maryland's got possession behind their net, but it's broken up again by the Marauders. Shot in front of the net. No good. A great opportunity there for the Marauders. Broken up there. With this break, let's look ahead at the upcoming schedule. Next weekend, Friday the 17th and Saturday the 18th, Millersville will head to Westchester for a rematch of the CSCHC Championship last year and will host TCNJ, the College of New Jersey, and rekindle an old rivalry. Maryland wins the draw and tries to work it out of their own defensive zone, but they are hounded by the Marauders. Dumps it around the headboards, can't quite see it there. Kicks it out to number 2, Eli Petter. Petter works it to his man. Got an odd number defensive setup for the Marauders here. Got a shot open. That's number 24. Travis Duchesne couldn't quite get that puck to stay on his stick. Good break for the Marauders there. Seemed like Maryland got all the lucky breaks last night. Maybe one goes to the Marauders' way tonight. Maryland has it again, working it down, trying to find a man. 24, Duchesne again. Duchesne shoved aside harmlessly by the goalie, Ben Bell. and Rysack is just Rysack hunting it down in his own defensive zone. He is a dog on the puck. Maryland retains possession, but is trying to find an opening centering pass here. Nope, broken up again. Maryland keeps it on the ends. Working in himself, no. Shot goes left, wide of the goal. Picked up by Maryland again. That's number 18, Ryan Teske. Teske has it alone. Teske shot right into the breadbasket of Bell and kicked out by the Marauders. Trying to get out of their own D zone here and make a quick change, and they do. Shot by number 2, Eli Petter, harmlessly knocked away by Ben Bell. And the team even said Ben Bell stood on his head last night, got beat by a couple odd bounces that took him there, and those couple odd bounces were all it took for the Marauders to be sunk last night as they lost 2-1 to these Terrapins. Bell, though, looked very, very strong. If he can keep those unlucky bounces away from himself, we should have a great game in net again tonight. Marauders won the draw, but are quickly dispossessed again as they have it behind their own net. That's Ben Bell kicking it out to number 21, Kai Dunnigan. Dunnigan working it down ice, but the Marauders lose the puck again, and it comes back to the stick of Dunnigan. Dunnigan working around, can't find his man, intercepted by the Terrapins. And another interception there by the Marauders. That is number 19, Johnny Morgan with the pick there. But it's again, the Terrapins have possession quickly back. They're kind of beating the Marauders at their own game here. Once anyone gets any kind of offensive pressure going, it's quickly taken away by the defense. Ben Bell finds it again, but just dumps it down the ice. The Terrapins have it. Working down there, a bit of a scrum in the end boards. The gym team just got to tell you to kick that one out. No one can quite free it from the boards there. Can't see it behind the frosted glass here, but it comes to the Marauders. That's Kai Dunnigan. Dunnigan working for the face-off circle. Shot harms there. That's number 19. That's Johnny Morgan. Johnny on the spot, right in front of the goal. Perfect bounce there. Lands just to the stick. The goalkeeper had no chance there. Marauders up 1. Another great goal from Johnny Morgan. Just the great ice presence. And sometimes just in the right place at the right time, and Morgan was. Puts the Marauders up 1 with 15:36 left to go in this first period. Big, big momentum change right there. The Marauders have it again. Quickly needs to be taken away by the Terrapins there, making a good defensive stop. That's number 17, Thor Martin, dumping it in. Finds the end boards there. Kicks it out. And the Terrapins have it, working down the ice, but is quickly taken away by the Marauders. That's Jake Petticone. Petticone moving it out. And that is Alan Ryder trying to chase down the freshman out of Red Lion, Pennsylvania. Sorry, the senior. Stick play by Bell there. Kicks it out to his man. And Jack Cranston is right there, but Cranston is quickly bumped up. Got some rowdy fans right in front of there. There is some tension in this rink today. They are looking to explode at the Terrapins' goal. They can't find it right there, and it's taken up by Aiden Carey behind there. And correction there, that was Aiden Stromberg on the goal. Shot goes just left of the goal right there. That is number 26, Sean Amon. Almost put the Terrapins on the board. The Marauders have it again. Millersville working it down, gains the red line. Gains the blue line, but can't quite hold on to the puck. That's Carey. Carey works it just above the crossbar. No good. Great opportunity there for the Marauders. Maryland working it behind their own boards. Goes. I thought it would go to the bench there, but falls to the stick of Jake Petticone. Petticone quickly dishes it out to number 8, John Waters. And we get a whistle as Waters launches it out of play. Another look at the upcoming schedule. The weekend after that, October 24th and 25th, Millersville heads to TCNJ for another 9:20 puck drop and hosts Scranton at 4 p.m. at LIR. Draw won by the Marauders, but quickly taken away by Maryland. Maryland finds it again. They have numbers, they can be fast, but again, a great stick save by there. That is number 13. Get there behind the net. No! Shot goes no good, but evades the stick of number 2, Eli Petter. Marauders with another great stop in front of net there. Maryland working it out. Maryland's been able to create pressure, but they haven't been able to capitalize with many shots. Falls to the Marauders there, but gets at the face-off circle, but can't quite get it to go. As the Marauders have it again. Working it out, that's number 8, John Waters. Waters and Bird moving down. Bird can't quite find his man there. Bird is not fast enough to get to that puck there. Maryland has it again. That's number 2, Eli Petter, calling his number a lot. And it's the cross ice pass broken up by the Marauders and falls to the stick of number 21, Kai Dunnigan. Correction, that's number 22, Zachary Slayball. Slayball works it out and goes off the ref and into the visiting bleachers. I'm really liking it out of the Marauders so far in this game. They're, again, what this team does. They hound you. They are all over you. Maryland barely has a chance to get a shot off. Second they have the puck, our Marauder is right there to stop them. Great defensive strategy out of Coach Schroeder here today. Center ice face-off won by the Terrapins, but quickly falls to the stick of a Marauder. That's Ben Bell. Bell almost loses there, kicks it out to his man. That's number 21, Dunnigan. Dunnigan goes off the stick of number 15, Corelli. Files to Dunnigan again. Dunnigan's always there to pick up the loose change. Pass into no man's land there, but don't worry, Ben Bell's right there. Bell works to the center ice, no, gets off a stick and lands right into the Russian flag right there. Another nice thing about this rink, you got all sorts of flags. You got the American, Canadian, Swedish, Russian, Finnish, Slovakian, German, and Czechian flag. You'll love to see it, folks. Really nice looking flags. Another face-off in the Millersville defensive zone here coming up. Draw one by the Marauders. Looked like the first snap of that Seahawks-Broncos Super Bowl right over the head of Peyton Manning there. Taken away by the Terrapins in their own offensive zone, but quickly broken up in the middle by a Marauder. That's number 19, Johnny Morgan. Morgan working it down, falls to the glove of Patrick Adams. Now, Adams had a great game last night, too, only giving up one goal. And other than that, no goalie could have stopped the shot that Stromberg had there. Just got beat. Another unlucky bounce. Maybe the luck is going the Marauders' way today, but Patrick Adams, other than that one gaff, has looked pretty strong so far. One goal, maybe enough. Offensive zone draw here for the Marauders coming up. One by the Terrapins. Falls to a stick of a Maryland hockeyman. Picked up by number 8. There is Dominic Fasciano. Fasciano falls to a stick again. Fasciano dumps down, tries to find a friendly sweater in black, and he does. And number 5, Grant Warner. Warner's shot no good, nowhere near the goal of Bell. That's number 7, Caleb Craven working it around. Craven can't find his man, but it falls to the stick of number 24, Travis Duchesne. Duchesne works at the center ice, but is picked off by number 19, Johnny Morgan. Morgan working it down. Morgan taking it himself. No. Beaten up by a couple Terrapins right there and lose the puck. Maryland's got a odd man rush working down. Can't get it to go. And that's Thor Martin again, the ever-present Thor Martin, picking up the pass there. 11:40 left to go in this first period. The Marauders still retain the 1-goal lead. Marauders have it again. That's number 65, Jake Petticone, just dumping it down, getting a line change here. If the Marauders get some fresh legs on the ice, and the fresh legs there, and Jonah Bird quickly picks it up and ready to go. Bird finds his man. That is number 10, Jack Cranston. Cranston dumps it around the end boards. Petticone looking to come off here, and Rysack is in. Dunnigan works it around the end boards again. Carries out, and the Marauder comes in. That's number 8, John Waters. Icing call there from the Terrapins. This may not be as fast as the Marauders are used to playing, but I'm glad they're doing. They're controlling play. They're keeping the Terrapins pinned in their defensive zone, making them have to dump it out, just reset, get another look at it here. The Marauders are letting the game. They're dictating the play of game so far. They're playing it how they want it, as they have an opportunity in front of net here, but no, it's taken away by a Terrapin. Maryland works it out. That's number 15, James Body. Body kicks it down the ice. No one's got it, and the Marauders have it again. Working out. Tries to find a friendly white sweater. Bounces over the head of number 8, John Waters. That's number 43, Jonah Bird. Bird kicks it out to his man. Can't quite find the stick there. And Zirko is there to corral it. No, gets past Zirko. Bird's on it again. No one can find this bouncing puck here as it goes to the corner, which we can't quite see. And the Terrapins have again working out, but Waters gets his man off it, and Ben Bell is on the spot here. And no one can get a hold of the puck, and it falls to a Marauders stick in their defensive zone. Millersville kicking it out, looking to create some pressure in the O zone here in front of a couple fans. And it falls behind the net of the Marauders here. Maryland working, trying to find that elusive centering pass they haven't been able to connect on all night, and they won't be able to connect on it again as it's broken up by number 22, Zachary Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh dumps it around the board, so we got it in fucking no man's land a little bit. That's John Wanchop is quickly on it. And it falls to Dunnigan. Goes to Dunnigan's stick again. Dunnigan off to Wanchop. Wanchop bodied off by a couple of Terrapins. That's number 18, Brian Teskey, laying the muscle a little bit. Oh. Whistle, guys. Got some much-needed help in camera land here today. bit of a trouble being the one-man show, but another great Millersville parents going to help out today. Neutralized face-off, won by the Terrapins. They're working it down, trying to get that elusive centering pass. They might have it there, but no, it's broken up by a stick of Marauder. Maryland working it down. That's number 18. And Brian Teskey. Teskey's pass can't find a friendly jacket. And the Marauders got it again. That's number 19, Johnny Morgan. Morgan working it up off the pads of Patrick Adams. Balls to the Terrapins again. Terrapins shoot it down the ice. Can't find anyone. That's number 17, Martin in there with it. Again, Martin's all over the place. Picked up by Jake Pettigone. Pettigone trying to quarterback the play here. Jumps over the outstretched hand of the Terrapin and falls to a stick of another one. That's number 17, Patrick Harnan. Harnan working around 17 on 17 violence here. No one can get it, and it falls to Harnan again behind the net. Maryland has it working out towards Maryland, trying to kick something in. Center pass completed there, but nothing out of it. Wrister from number 34, that is Ryan Craven, harmlessly off the pads of Bell. Great pressure in the O-zone right there for the Marauders. They come up with the puck again, but bit of a challenge here with the stick, and Millersville has it. No, they don't. That's number 22, Michael Schreibman. Schreibman shot harmlessly over the net and picked up by number 16, Aiden Carey. Gets past Carey and goes into no man's land a little bit there and is picked up by the Terrapins. Maryland working in, can't find anyone. Again, broken up in the middle. Great defensive breakup by number 65, Jake Pettigone. That's something these Marauders are known for, their great middle defensive play. As the puck is harmlessly cleared down, and we have an icing call there. And another look at the upcoming schedule. We got a Halloween game in Stockton as the Marauders play another great CSCHC rivalry as they travel to the Ospreys place at 7:30. Defensive zone draw coming up. Won by the Marauders. Falls to the stick of Jonah Bird. Bird trying to find a friendly sweater, but he takes it himself. There's no need for passing. Oh, no, he slips, but Carey's right there to pick him up. Ever the great teammate. Pass comes to Bird again, but quickly picked off there by a Terrapin. Maryland working down. Odd man rush. No one home. And broken up by Bird. Bird's been very involved in this play as it falls to the stick of number 5, Grant Warner again. Warner's shot no good. But Maryland has it again. Dump it in. Bell has no problem with it as he kicks out to his man, but it falls to Maryland again. Warner's got it again. It's Warner and Bird all over this series. Oh, big hit laid there near the face-off circle. That's number 25, Alan Ryder, absorbing it, but he's a big boy. He'll be fine. The Marauders have it again. That's Andrew Serko. Serko, quarterback in the play, trying to catch the Terrapins on a bad line change. They can't quite do it, and it falls to the stick of another Terrapin. Maryland working it out. 2-on-3 up here. Shot from number 20. That is Jack Herden. No problem for Bell. Another dump in there. Trying to just reset it a little bit. And Ben Bell has it. Bell working out of his own zone. Quickly dispossessed there. A shot opportunity here for the Terrapins. No good. Another great save from Bell. He had a lot of those last night. Got beat by a couple unlucky bounces. Not looking to get beat the same way again tonight. No one can find the puck there, and it falls to the stick of the Marauders. They dump it off the glass, and it falls to Waters. Waters kicks it out to Zerko near the Marauders' bench. 6:06 left to go here in the first period. The Marauders still retain their 1-0 lead. Get a line change, get those tired legs off the ice, and get some fresh replacements in. Maryland working out behind their own net. Maryland dumping it down, nobody home. Trying to find something there. Maryland hasn't really had that great shot yet. They're looking for it to get to maybe get some momentum going in to the locker room here. Maryland, as it falls into the glove of Bell. He is looking just as good as he did last night. And a segment that Josh didn't do and I had the idea for is the name of the game. One of my favorite things about sports, and especially collegiate sports, is the wide variety of unique names you come across. From classics like General Booty from UL Monroe and downright odd ones like New Zealand Williams from San Diego State. Great names make college sports even more entertaining. So for the first one, I'm choosing Thor Martin from Millersville. Just a great name there. Shot harmlessly taken away by Bell there, and the Terrapins have it again. That's number 7, Caleb Craven. Craven's shot broken up before he can get it going, but it falls to the Terrapins yet again. Shot broken up by the hand of the Marauder there, and it falls to Maryland again. Maryland trying to get that first shot going here. Big hit late on the name of the game recipient, Thor Martin, behind the play there. But Martin's right back on. Centering pass there, but Martin has it again. Martin just trying to dump it out, getting this Maryland pressure out of their Marauders' faces here. And Maryland has it again. Keeping with the pressure. That's number 23, Tommy Pilkington. Pilkington knocked off the puck by Martin as the puck dances around the backboards here, picked up by Petticone. Petticone working it and kicks it out to Martin. Martin finds his man, and they dump it down ice, looking to get out of their own D zone for just a second, but nope. Maryland has it right back, and they're looking to get on before the whistle here. Picked up by Petticone. Petticone dumps around the end boards looking for his man. Can't get it again. Maryland has it again. Millersville just trying to get it out of their own defensive zone. Get a breather here. Don't want to relinquish that 1-0 lead. And finally, we get a stop with a great glove save from Bell. I bet it's as tiring out on the ice as it is up here, yeah? I never thought you could sweat in a place where you could see your own breath, but I'm, again, constantly amazed by these guys. That's just great tenacity from the student athletes here at Millersville, too. They played a game last night. They get on the 2-hour bus ride down here to Laurel, Maryland, and they're coming out just as fast as they always do, and they take the lead here in Maryland. Just great stuff out of these guys. Bird has it in his own D zone, looking to get another offensive opportunity before the intermission bell here. Bird kicks it out to, that's Rysack, I believe. Rysack launches it down the ice and is picked up by O'Connell. O'Connell working down for Marauders' first shot in a little bit. They have it again. Falls to the stick of Terrapin there. And Maryland has it in their own D zone. Working it behind the net of Adams. Can't get it out from behind the net of Adams there. And they do it. It falls to the stick of Jonah Bird. Bird can't find the puck for a second, and they've got a little bit of a tussle near the home bench here. And it's won by the Terrapins. They're working out, trying to get something going here. That's O'Connell in the battle with his man. Shot there from the Terrapin. No good. Another great flash of the leather there from Bell. Let's get a quick look at the conference standings. I know it's early in the season, but I do like to look at standings. Tied atop the league so far are Scranton and Westchester, both with 3 wins and 6 points. Next is Drexel and Newman, then Millersville, Stockton, Seton Hall, UPenn, and TCNJ, who are 0-4-0 so far this season. Not a great return to the conference for them. The Terrapins win the draw. They look to kick it out here with 3 minutes left to go in the first frame. Behind the net of Bell. Dangerous opportunity there. And they get it. Bell out the outstretched leg there. Couldn't quite get his leg back. Tough play for any goalkeeper to make. That's number 5, Grant Weiner on the play there. Weiner's been all over the place. He was eventually going to get one with that kind of tenacious play. Bell just kind of got stuck again. It's another really unlucky play there. I don't mean to keep playing the luck card here, but Bell kind of got tied up, couldn't quite get the blocker back, and that's how it sneaks in. We got a 1-1 game here with 3 minutes left to go, and a rejuvenated Gardens Ice House here. Shoulder block there by Ben Bell. Finds Kopshow, the goal scorer last night. Kopshow looking to recreate a little bit of that magic, but he is dispossessed. And it falls to Kopshow again, picks up his own rebound. Jumps over the stick of Dunnigan. Dunnigan kicks it out to Bell. Bell finds Dunnigan again. Finds Waters. Waters kicks it to himself. Waters shot, no good. Picked up by the Terrapins. Terrapins moving it down. It's a 2-on-3. Can't get it to go. Great stick block there out of Bell. Marauders looking to keep the score where it is and not lose that momentum going into the locker room. That is a very, very important thing in hockey, not to lose that momentum. Maryland dumps around the boards, and it's picked up by a Marauder. Statistically dispossessed again, and falls to the stick of number 15, Justin Corelli. Corelli works out, goes over his head, and no one knows where it quite is except number 20 there. That is Jack Herden. Herden moves it in. No, picked up by a Marauder there. That is number 15, Corelli again. Corelli moving it down. Can't quite get his dump off there, and it's broken up by another Jeremy there. Again, another great strength of both these teams. They're great stick defensively. Stop there by number 15, James Body. Body working it down, and the Marauders have it again. It's number 65, Jake Petticone. Petticone moving it down. Harmless shot there to get a line change here for the Marauders. Carries out. And it looks like Slaybaugh is in. Well, it's Ryder, actually. Falls to the stick of Petticone. Petticone works it out to his man. Trying to quarterback the play a little bit. Two Terrapins run into each other, but the Marauders could not take advantage of the momentary lapse there from the Terrapins. Jumps over the pad of Bell. About a minute 15 left to go here in the first frame, as we are all knotted up at 1. No stats for the shot totals, but I imagine the Marauders taking it. Opportunity here, no, runs out of ice there. That's Carey, muscled off the puck. The Marauders have it again. That's number 18, Stromer. Stromer kicks it down, no one home. 1 minute remaining, as the PA announcer said. This is where the magic happens here. Seeing if any team can get something going in the final minute of the frame. That's Thor Martin trying to get maybe one last stretch going here for the Marauders. Definitely do not want to concede again, and that's what they may do here as it's picked up by number 25, Blake Warner. Warner's again quickly dispossessed as it falls to no man's land a little bit, and it's chased down by number 19, Johnny Morgan. Morgan working behind his own net, picked up by Petticone. Petticone bobbing and weaving. A little bit great stick dangle there from Petticone, and it falls to the no man's land in the corner there. It's plagued a lot of offensive drives here for the Marauders. 18 seconds left to go in the first frame. Maybe time left for one more shot apiece. Bird has it there. Bird dumps it in behind the net of Adams. 6 seconds left to go, and it looks like that is going to be the last action here of this first period. As the horns sound, we sit at 1-1. Again, if you need any more motivation to stay up for this one, this is all you got here. Maybe get a Red Bull, maybe get some coffee, but definitely join us back here in a couple of minutes as we look to start the second period here in Laurel, Maryland.